dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News at 6.
Tonight, strong to severe storms are moving into the mountains. Some will pack heavy rain and strong winds. To keep you safe, we've declared a severe weather alert day. Let's get started with WYMT's Chief Meteorologist, Paige Noel, who's in the studio with us tonight, tracking the threat. And we do have some warnings now, Paige.
Yeah, we're starting to get some warnings popped up. And we were talking about that tornado warning earlier. Now, that's still in effect for Lee County, Virginia. So I want to update y'all on that first before we talk about more eastern Kentucky weather. It is starting to break up a little bit, which is good news. It is still in effect, though, until 6:15. A spotter actually did report a funnel cloud. Now that was in Pennington Gap, which we were tracking that just moments ago over that area where it kind of had that strong couplet. Nothing touched down as what we can tell now. However, it does still have the history of producing that funnel cloud, so they're going to continue to keep that tornado warning at least until 6:15, but definitely starting to break apart now as we look at velocity, talking about that red and green together. They're showing a lot of really broad rotations. That's going to continue to push out, could push into parts of Wise County, so we'll watch it as it moves into that area, but I do not think it'll be tornado warned as it moves into parts of Wise County, Virginia. Back in eastern Kentucky, we do have this severe thunderstorm warning. This is for Pulaski, Rockcastle. Has a sliver of Laurel County in there, but you guys are okay right now. But heavy rain, some gusty winds is moving into the area. And as we take a look kind of at that bigger picture, also watching this line that could be moving into parts of Moorhead, kind of that Bath, Menifee County, as they are warned right now, that severe thunderstorm warning up there. So we're going to continue to watch these storms as they continue to push through our area throughout the rest of the evening hours. Of course, we do have that severe thunderstorm watch that goes until about 10 o'clock tonight. So we'll continue to keep an eye on this throughout the evening. I'll have more updates coming up in a little bit. All
right, Paige, we'll get back to you as necessary. A wreck early this morning around 5 a.m. on Highway 15 in Hazard left 2 people dead and 1 in the hospital. WYMT's Madison program talks to people who knew them and has the community reaction.
A day full of sadness and tears.
We all cried together.
An early morning crash leaving 2 teens dead and a third fighting for his life.
This is a huge blow to the entire town, community. I mean, all the families are intertwined.
All 3 having ties to the Hazard Bulldogs.
Gavin graduated last year. Hunter would have graduated this year. And John Mack was going to be a junior this coming year. And 2 of them have passed away.
JoJo Cornett remembers his friend Gavin Fields as a person that could make you smile.
He's a good person. He's always there for you. Always seemed to laugh, make you laugh.
And says Hunter Gross was a friend always showing how much he cared.
He always seemed to check on you, no matter if he was out of town or in Hazard or right beside me.
Hazard High School principal Happy Mobilini coached the trio.
And John Mack, right now at this high school, is probably one of the most liked kids here.
So the emotions run deep.
And just in an instant, you never know when you wake up what the next day is going to bring.
Circling around and comforting each other through the hard times as a Bulldog family. In Perry County, Madison Pergram, WYMT Mountain News.
Mobilini asked for prayers for the Slover family, especially as he remains in the hospital. We are told it's serious. He has a brain injury. The 2 bodies have been sent to Frankfort for an autopsy. Just a terrible morning in Hazard. 2 Louisville men are behind bars after police say they were caught dealing meth and drugs out of a motel room. This all happened in London early yesterday morning. Deputies say these 2 men, 34-year-old Michael Osborne and 21-year-old Alexander Finley, were caught with methamphetamine and heroin along with multiple guns. Both were taken to the Laurel County Correctional Center. The U.S. is launching a pilot program to help reduce the availability of unapproved opioids online. The FDA and the National Telecommunications and Information Administration are working with several internet registries. Now, here's how the program works. The FDA sends a warning letter to websites that are selling illicit opioids online. If the agency does not get a response back in the required time frame, they will inform the internet registries, who will then review and assess whether to take further action, including possible domain name suspensions or blocks. The program lasts 120 days. Crews are still searching a Wolfe County lake and the surrounding area for a missing 20-year-old. Officials say James Lovelace was swimming with friends Monday when he disappeared. WYMT's Will Puckett was at the search site today and has more.
At its deepest point, this lake is creating challenges for search crews.
It's a surprisingly challenging environment. We went in the water with our own diver and Morgan County's diver on Monday night and quickly found water temperatures that were down as low as 40 degrees.
Search and rescue teams from across the state are searching for 20-year-old James Lovelace after he went missing trying to cross Wolf Lake in Campton.
There's no history that shows any relevant health issues. A fit young man of 20, as were his friends that were with him.
As the search stretches into its third day, his family hopes these crews find something.
Devastated.
We just want our boy home.
Yeah, found.
His stepmother, grandmother, and father say James loved to be outside, and not knowing what happened or if he is okay is the worst part.
Horrible.
Horrible.
Not knowing where he's at.
Knowing he may be in that water.
If he's in the woods, hurt and can't get no help.
So crews search up and down the lake and shoreline, hoping for clues and, even more important, answers. In Wolfe County, Will Puckett, WYMT Mountain News.
Crews from several counties and as far away as Lexington are all assisting in that search. Now, this is a separate search from one we've been telling you about also this week out at Laurel Lake in Whitley County, where the search continues as far as we know for a hazard man who disappeared while swimming. We've received no new updates on that search today as of yet. Today, Governor Andy Beshear announced 191 new COVID-19 cases and 7 new deaths in Kentucky. At least 11,883 Kentuckians have contracted the virus. The death toll is now at 484. 3,375 people have recovered from COVID-19 in Kentucky. A judge has dismissed the lawsuit filed by former Kentucky Board of Education members trying to get their seats back. In December, Governor Andy Beshear disbanded the board and replaced the old members with new ones. The old members filed a lawsuit saying the governor could not remove them without cause. The judge said today the old members do not have a constitutional right to be on the board. The Real ID office in Rowan County is open today. The office will handle limited ID services. If you're applying for Real ID, you're asked to make an appointment online. You can also walk in to request your Real ID compliant license. A book written just for children to understand COVID-19. 2 Eastern Kentuckians decided to write the book to give children a peace of mind and empower them during a time they may not understand. WYMT's Emily Bennett talked to the pair about the book that's ready to sell.
The virus had made the littlest hero mad.
Explaining the COVID-19 outbreak to children is not an easy task.
If you want to teach somebody in a family something or share something with a family, pick the children, but in particularly pick that one little child who always follows the rules.
So teacher Hank Jevedon and illustrator Colleen Turner decided to write a book in a simple way children could understand.
And those things were all geared specifically to make a young person feel empowered about their ability to help.
Jevedon had the overall vision and Turner brought it to life.
The color pops.
Yeah, I'm really excited about how
that is awesome.
I added some creepier elements to him, some skeleton hands and he had the tattered sleeves and he's a classy virus. So you'll see he's got V cufflinks for villain virus.
The book follows a little hero, excited about the rules and wanting to do good.
In the back of the book, we added a daily vital statistics log so they can take the temperature of people in the family.
In just 5 weeks, the book is now in their hands, printed locally at Hinkle Printing in Corbin.
But it's been a really smooth process, and so I think when you work with the right people, it goes really, really fast.
And now, ready for the next step, putting the book in the hands of children. In Corbin, Emily Bennett, WYMT Mountain News.
We have information about where to find the book on our website. Just look for this story. Kentucky native and country music star Chris Stapleton and his wife Morgan have once again donated $10,000 to Lexington Habitat for Humanity. The organization says the donation was unexpected, but this is not the first time Stapleton has done this. He also made a $10,000 donation to Lexington Habitat in June of last year. Stapleton is set to perform in Lexington at Kroger Field in April of next year. Of course, that concert was originally planned for this past April, but was postponed due to COVID-19.
And we're continuing to track the strong to severe storms that are moving into the mountains. We do also have that severe thunderstorm watch until 10 o'clock. I'll have updates on that coming up.
And we'll introduce you to one local school official doing everything she can to help her students during this pandemic while also trying to keep herself healthy.